Hello my friends! Now that the PSVR2 no longer feels like wearing a torture device for me, I've been enjoying it so much more. So here's my current favorite PSVR2 games, so far, in no particular order. Budget Cuts Ultimate takes the original Budget Cuts 1 and 2 and combines them into the ultimate robot stealth experience. Try to stay undetected as you escape the clutches of an evil organization. The portal teleportation is the hallmark of the series. Being able to see a portal preview before you commit to teleporting does not get old for me. But also know that in this edition, you can choose sliding locomotion if you really want it. For weaponry, since this combines both of the old games, you use throwing knives at the start, and later on you'll receive a high-tech bow to shoot your sharps. I have to admit I have a soft spot for this series, because the original Budget Cuts demo was my very first VR experience. So I'm probably viewing this with rose-colored glasses. But replaying this whole adventure was a lot of fun for me. It took me 6 hours to beat, but that's because I remembered almost all of the solutions. A new player will get much more time out of this. The price is $30. The original Fisherman's Tale was a mind-bending game where you solve puzzles with multiple dimensions of yourself, all surrounded by a creative narrative story. Another Fisherman's Tale continues as a narrative puzzle game, but with a new core mechanic. You can now disassemble and reassemble yourself to achieve different abilities and reach new places. You can launch your head off your body to see from new places, and your hands can be launched and moved almost anywhere to retrieve objects. On top of all that, you'll get new hands that provide even more abilities. The original game was really short at about an hour of playtime. This one is definitely larger and took me 3 hours to beat. For a colorful and challenging new kind of puzzle game, it's really great. You can move via sliding or teleporting, and there's an optional hint system if you get stuck. The price is $25.
We could make progress. So, I would need to repair another of the pirate's machine. The feared Bondaire was falling apart.
Humanity is an abstract puzzle game with some truly unique designs behind it. Control a never-ending sea of people to move objects and traverse through dreamlike obstacles to reach the end goals. At first glance, you might think this is a Lemmings game, but a huge difference, and one that really surprised me, was that it actually doesn't matter if anyone dies in the game. The story tells you that their souls are recycled over and over again, so you don't need to worry about saving anyone. You can almost think of this like a fluids puzzle game, where the sea of people are a flowing current that you need to divert. You control the crowd with the glowing dog that sort of acts as your cursor. The dog will lay out commands for the river of people to obey. I found this game to be a refreshing surprise. I really like the overall visual design. It's a cool place to play in VR. You can play with either the gamepad or the motion controllers. The price is $30. Runner is a 1980s anime-inspired bike action ride. Zip along in a future city where you need to take down the evil authorities trying to put a stop to your joyride. There are multiple weapons and unlockable bikes with new abilities. This is just a nice, simple action arcade ride, perfect for playing just a few minutes to have a good time. The price is $15. Walkabout Minigolf made my top 10 of the year in 2021, and it's become my family's main hangout online. Almost every week, we make time to play a round of golf with my dad and siblings. I'm really glad that it's now on PSVR2 because this game was the only reason I was still hanging on to my original Quest 1. That ancient headset is about to kick the bucket, so the release timing was perfect. You can play the core package or the whole bundle, which includes all the current DLC. Within each course, there are hidden balls to find to unlock the hard courses, and in the hard courses are scavenger hunts to earn new clubs. For chill gameplay in single player or multiplayer, this is the one to get. Beat Saber? What's that? For me right now, Synth Riders satisfies my standing rhythm game itch on the PSVR2. Catch the notes, ride the rails, and dodge obstacles in this neon synthwave world. It comes with a lot of tracks in the base game, with optional DLCs if you're craving more. The price is $25. The Last Clockwinder. In a mysterious magical world, an ancient clock lives inside a giant tree. It's up to you to repair the ancient clock by getting this fruit harvesting facility up and running again. If you love setting up automated assembly lines, then you'll be in heaven with the Last Clockwinder. You need to reach certain harvesting milestones, and the only way to do that is to create looped duplicates of yourself that team up together to get the job done. At first it'll be straightforward harvesting, but things get trickier because your assembly lines will eventually need to arrange fruit in particular molecule shapes that will then press to become seeds. And much later on, you'll be facing other challenges like tools and elements that quickly expire, which will add a pseudo hot potato element on top of everything else. The atmosphere is beautifully colorful, and the entire experience is played at your own pace. For movement, there's both sliding and teleporting. Playtime is about 4 hours. The price is $25. Thumper is an oldie but a goodie. I have it in my Steam library, but I haven't played it in years, so I went ahead and bought it again for the PSVR2 while I saw it on sale. It's a rhythm matching game that can be played with the gamepad or motion controllers. During specific obstacles or triggers, you need to execute an exact pattern of button presses. The game does a good job of introducing you to new rules as they emerge. And as you can imagine, things get really intense. During each level, there's a midway boss and a final boss. The visual design is stark and foreboding, yet colorful and pretty at the same time. There's a lot of play here, with an average of 10 hours to beat the game, so for $20, it's a good value. Well, that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe. See ya!